So, what is the most difficult question somebody can ask you in a business setting? It's happened today. I guarantee that sometime today somebody asked you, so, what do you do? I think we might have heard that earlier. Now, most of us have been in business settings long enough to know that we've got our elevator pitch down. We know exactly how to answer that question and frame it, because whoever we're talking to, they are forming a judgment, just like you are about me. In that first 30 seconds, they form judgments about who we are, so we want to reflect it in the right way. But imagine you just got released from prison after a 10-year sentence with a felony conviction, your resume is a blank sheet of paper, and you are not working. I think the odds are pretty low that you're going to be able to answer that question with any sense of pride or dignity. My name is Mark Laranger. I'm the president and CEO of Chrysalis. We're a Los Angeles-based nonprofit that works with men and women in poverty and the formerly homeless to help them get on the path to self-sufficiency through finding and, most importantly, retaining employment. We have a few things that are key to our DNA at Chrysalis. One of them is that every person that walks through the doors of our offices, at our 3 offices, they do so because they deserve an opportunity to succeed. We also believe that steady work is absolutely the key to self-sufficiency, and that for the folks that we serve, we don't think there's enough focus on employment. There's a lot of basic needs, and absolutely they need to be met. But if we're not talking about employment, we're not doing our job. I don't think I have to tell this audience that we've got a real problem with poverty and homelessness in our country. In LA County alone, we've got 46,000 people on any given night that are homeless. And there's often a very strong linkage between men and women that are incarcerated and homelessness and poverty issues. You know, we have in this country about 4.5% of the world's population, but we've got 22% of the world's prison population. And when those men and women are released, and most of them are going to be released at some point, we expect them as a society to come back to their community, reunite with their families, stay on the straight and narrow, and get a job. But I think most of us also get that having a felony conviction is the #1 barrier holding somebody back. So that's where Chrysalis comes in. We meet everybody exactly where they are when they walk through our doors. We're a judgment-free zone, and we're able to work with an individual to peel back that onion, figure out what it is exactly that is holding somebody back. We want to make sure that our clients can not just survive with a paycheck, but that they can thrive. Now, we've got a structured set of classes and workshops that all of our clients go through. But what really makes the difference is the one-on-one connection that we make between our case managers and our clients. We'll put in whatever amount of time it takes, a week, a month, a year, to work with a client to get them to their level of success. And what does success look like? Yeah, success is a job and it's pay. We measure our outcomes that way. But really, like a lot of us have been talking about today, it's about dignity. It's about self-respect. It's about being able to reunite with one's family. Those are the things that a job brings. Now, for a lot of our clients that we see, if you think about what the potential barriers are that might hold somebody back from a job, you go down that list and every single box on that list is checked. For those clients, we own and operate 3 social enterprises, 3 transitional jobs that employ up to 700 of our clients every year. And while they're working for us, they're earning minimum wage or above, and they're picking up real vocational training. But really what the job is about is just figuring out what it's like to go to work. For a lot of our clients, they've never worked in a structured environment before. So responding to supervision, showing up on time, wearing a uniform, dealing with conflict, dealing with people that speak different languages and look differently from you. Maybe making some mistakes and having a really big safety net to catch somebody. These businesses this year will produce over $11 million in revenue, and they're profitable. We don't use that word, margin. But we don't do it because of the money. We do it because it's a very specific programmatic intervention that nobody else in Southern California is offering to the degree that we do, and it's that step that somebody needs on their journey. We like to think that we operate a big business, but with a really big heart. Let me tell you about one of those folks that works in our businesses, used to anyway. Her name's Amaras. Like a lot of clients that we see, she had a really difficult childhood. She left home as a teenager because she thought going to the streets would be a better idea and safer for her. Didn't work out that way. She got involved with drugs pretty quickly. She ended up becoming a mom at a really early age, had 3 kids, ended up in prison, lost custody of her kids. Tragic story. We've heard it many, many times. Fortunately, when Amara got out of prison, she went to a halfway house and she was working with her counselor there, and she told her counselor, you know what I really want? I want to get custody of my kids back. I want to put my family back together. And the counselor wisely suggested, we need to find you a job. And if you're serious about it, go check out Chrysalis. So she came to us, worked with our case manager. We immediately identified her as somebody that would benefit from our transitional jobs program, so we put her out as a street cleaner, doing pan and broom sweeping in downtown LA. Did a great job at that. She owned her blocks. She did that for about 3 months, then we moved her over to our staffing business, and she was placed at the Giving Keys, a local jewelry manufacturer, on a temp job. She did such an amazing job at that, they hired her. She's now been promoted twice. She's a staff supervisor at the Giving Keys. That's pretty cool. And not surprisingly, I could stand up here all day long and tell you stories about people like Amara. That's what we do when we run nonprofits. We're very proud of our people. But you know what? Stories alone don't cut it. So let's talk about some numbers. Last year alone, we helped 2,300 clients find work. That's a big number. But to us, what's more important is that we know that 70% of those folks are still going to be working a year from now. You don't have to take just my word for it. We participated in a rigorous, and I do say rigorous, third-party evaluation by Mathematical Policy Research. And what they found out is the folks that participate in our program double their income from wages, and they cut their dependence on government assistance in half. So we know the program works. We got the evidence. We know the numbers are there, but that's not what motivates me or the 110 professional staff members that I get the privilege of working with every day. What motivates us are people like Amara and her daughter Jenny. Jenny's in high school. Jenny now lives with her mom. Amara is also in the process of working on getting custody of our other 2 kids back. And in her spare time, between working and being a mom, she went to Pepperdine University, where they've got a micro-enterprise outreach program, and she created a business plan for a home cleaning service. She proudly brought in her business card to me the other day, trying to solicit my business. So she is on her way to living the American dream as she defines it. She's going to be a mom, she's going to be integrated in her community, and she's going to be doing work that she loves. That's pretty cool. That's why I do what I do at Chrysalis. So what's the future look like for us? This problem is not going away anytime soon. We stay pretty busy. We see up to 400 clients a day at our 3 offices. And last year, our staff and our board directors got together and developed a new 5-year strategic plan that calls on us to double our job outcomes over the next 5 years. We're going to do that by adding additional resources to our 3 existing offices, but also opening 3 additional offices in Southern California. And one tradition that I know that we're going to carry through in those new offices is our bell ringing ceremony. When a client gets a job at one of our offices, they ring a bell. We all gather in the lobby and we hear the story of that one client. This is the bell from our downtown office. It's literally been rung hundreds of times, and I would love to ring it for you right now. But number 1, it's loud. Number 2, I haven't earned the right. I haven't done the hard work that Amara and the 2,300 other clients that we served last year, they've done the work to deserve to ring this thing. So what I suggest is you come visit us in LA. I guarantee it will be sunny and warm. And if you're lucky, you're going to see a bell ringing. And you will be able to hear one of our clients with pride and with dignity answer that question. So, what do you do? Thank you.